productive is a major pain point working in a sales role. I should know because I used to be so lazy, I used to procrastinate, I used to flake out all of the time. But today I run a 7-figure sales training company, we produce tons and tons of content, and I still got time for coaching calls, my hobbies, my family life, and to hang out with my wonderful golden retriever, Walter. So how do I manage to do all of this? Well, it's because I am absolutely tyrannical about how I plan and execute my days, and this is how I do it. Hi, my name is Will and I make selling simple. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the 5 techniques that I use to plan my real life days. I'm going to explain the concept of only doing what makes the boat go faster. Then we're going to look at time blocking, capturing tasks, understanding and leveraging the power of no. And then we're going to cover the sprint and the marathon to wrap things up. So if you're ready to get productive, let's freaking go. So number 1, we have a real change driver, and that is only doing what makes the boat go faster. Now, this concept comes from a rowing team in Great Britain, in the UK here, and they had a big, audacious goal. They wanted to win the Olympics in 2 years. And so to achieve that goal, they did something a little bit unorthodox. They relentlessly, over and over again, asked themselves, does this make the boat go faster? Now, of course, it wasn't just the equipment that they were scrutinizing, although they tore that apart as well. No, it was training, it was strategy, it was their mentality, it was their sleep, the schedules, the nutrition, the motivation. Everything that came into play was examined and evaluated. And if it didn't make the friggin' boat go faster, they got rid of it. They stopped doing it. And at the end of this 2-year period, they had completely redesigned the entire team and they won a gold medal. So if you want to be ultra productive, win more business, earn some massive commission checks and win more deals, then you need to focus on what makes the boat go faster, turning your prospects into deals. Stop doing gossipy emails at work. Stop trying to build your network. Stop doing Facebook posts. I don't know, whatever crap you're doing when you could be getting deals done. You've got to be relentless with it. That's the best word I can describe this process, right? You've got to be absolutely relentless, because if it doesn't make the boat go faster, you shouldn't be doing it. Number 2, we've got what's called time blocking. Now, organization is at the heart of productivity. And when it comes to how you complete your mission critical tasks each day, it should be no different. That's where time blocking comes in. So rather than getting to the real impactful tasks that enable you to close more business, whenever you've got a minute to do them, start scheduling them directly into your calendar. But be deliberate here. Choose times and windows that you know are going to be realistic and that you can stick to. Because to maximize your productivity, you need to stick to these timelines. And this sounds like an over-exaggeration, but it kind of isn't. You've got to stick to these timelines as if your life depended on it. No handling other tasks. No having your phone on the desk and picking it up when you get a ping from Instagram or even an inbound work email. No meetings, no nothing, no fudging the numbers. Focus on the most important thing for that time blocked period. Work on the single task from start to finish, no more, no less. Time blocking requires discipline, of course, and quite a lot of discipline depending on who's pestering you during that period. But once you start doing this, once it becomes habit, once you get the system down, you're going to find yourself finishing these big, important, even audacious sales tasks more often. And of course, that's going to lead to getting more deals done. Next up, we're going to look at capturing your tasks, because we've all found ourselves realizing that, well, something important needs to be done and then we forget about it, and it's only the end of the next day when we're overdue and we're late that we realize it, and at this point we look like an idiot, we look like a bit of a fool. And so that's why it's so important to have a task capturing system as part of your productivity. Now, we at Selling Made Simple Academy actually have a whole system and process dedicated to this. It's called the Bucket Productivity Framework, and if you're interested in learning more about this, you can click the link in the description below this video. But for now, let me give you a quick 30-second overview. Essentially, you want to capture tasks that come out through the day on either a pad of paper, on your phone. So what do I use? I use the app Things 3 to capture my tasks. Whatever you have sat next to or in your pocket at all times, you need to use that either paper or device to capture everything. Everything stored in one location. Then, when your day is almost through, take a minute or 2 and go through your list and define the next steps for each task. This is going to make it 10 times easier to complete the task later on, because you can just look at it and start the process, as opposed to look at the task and then start strategizing what the next steps are. After that, you're going to organize each task into one of 4 buckets. You've got urgent and important. You've got not urgent, but important. You've got urgent are not important, and then you've got not urgent and not important. So the urgent and important tasks you're going to handle yourself first thing tomorrow morning. You can time block time to get these done if that's what you need to do. Next, the non-urgent but important tasks, well, they can wait a little bit, but you want to get them done as well. But here's where things get interesting. The urgent but not important tasks. So someone is chasing you up for the information, the email, the response, whatever it is, but it's not very important. Well, you should try and delegate that to someone else. Can you forward the email for someone else to solve? Can you ask someone else to get the document? Can you get someone else to do this task for you? Because if it's not important, it means it's not leading to deals getting closed, and so you probably shouldn't be doing it. And then the final bucket of non-urgent and not important, just don't do it. These are the kind of tasks where you don't do it, nobody follows up, and nobody cares. And you can drown under these if you allow them to seep into your productivity system. My advice for salespeople is always the same. Ask for forgiveness rather than permission. So for your non-important, non-urgent tasks, just blame me. Say you watched a video and I told you not to bother doing them. And 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, no one will even question them in the first place. And again, there's so much more to the bucket productivity system than the quick overview I've just given you right there. So if you want to learn more about how you can become more productive in your sales role using bucket productivity, then click the link below this description and book a call with one of our team and see if you're a good fit for the Sell Made Simple Academy. Now, this leads us on to the power of no. And this is important because so much of your productivity losses are tied up in performing absolutely meaningless tasks that you get assigned by other people. This could be a pointless meeting that you agreed to attend even though you don't need to be there. It could be a 20-minute coffee conversation with a colleague when you know you should be on the phone. It could be an hour-long video call with a prospect where a simple email would have done, or you should just kibosh the whole meeting altogether because you know that they're not qualified to do business with you. There's so much wasted time spent on unnecessary engagements when the information that you need from it, that if you're pulling information from an encounter, could be covered in a simpler, faster way. Just pick up the phone and ask the question rather than dropping them an email. That's often quicker as well. And worst of all, most salespeople hate all of these stupid activities. So when you say no more often and you get all this crap off the table so you don't have to do it anymore, you're going to find that you've got more time and you're going to find your job's going to be more enjoyable as well. So rather than putting yourself through all of these meetings, emails, whatever it is that you could just say no to, just say, I know it sounds simpler than what it seems in practice, but just say no more often. The things that you say yes to now because you're nervous of saying no to, you're going to say no the first time. The other person's going to go, okay, I'll just do it myself. That's fine. And you just took a lot of things off your plate. It's literally as simple as that. Or you can think about this in an inverse way, right? The opportunity cost to saying yes to something that doesn't make the boat go faster is absolutely huge. So if you're not going to say no more often, think of it like that, of say yes less often instead. And finally, we've got this idea of the sprint and the marathon. This concept changed how I worked in sales and changed how I run this very business over at salesman.org. So when you think of it like this in this dynamic, you've got the sprint side of things, in which case you should always be moving relentlessly towards completing something. Sprint, finish to the end of this video. Sprint to close all of the deals that have stalled in your pipeline. Sprint to contact them all and move the process forward. Whatever you're doing in your life, in sales, in business, always have a goal. Always look for ways to achieve these goals faster. So that's the sprint end of the equilibrium here. On the other side of things, you need to understand your limits. And this is where the marathon comes in. Because if you start burning the candle at both ends for too long, you're going to end up getting burnt out. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to hate your career, and other life priorities are just not going to get the attention that they need as well. The 20-mile march process describes how large, successful enterprises like Apple, Google, companies like this that last the longest have a self-imposed, rigorous performance benchmark that they hit with incredible consistency. In the book, Collins equates it to hiking across the United States by marching 20 miles a day every single day. Now, sometimes you're going to feel like you could march another 40 miles and get cracking and move forward. Sometimes you're going to feel like doing no marching, but you just can't be bothered. What you've got to do to implement this process is do 20 miles a day, whether you're feeling good at the end of it, bad at the end of it, it doesn't matter. Do the 20, 20, 20. No more, no less. Don't go further on great days and don't go less on terrible ones. And at the end, the individual doing the 20-mile march every single day will always beat out the competition who is doing the opposite. The march imposes order amongst disorder, discipline amongst chaos, and consistency amidst uncertainty. So, both chase down your goals relentlessly, but keep things to a reasonable limit so you can do it for months, years, and decades to come. And remember, consistency always drives the best results. So, you're just not born productive. No one is. You have to become productive. And if you want to get more done in your days, all you've got to do is do what makes the boat go faster. Time block the important tasks in your day. Capture tasks as they come up in an organized system where everything goes into one place, either a book, notepad next to you, or perhaps an app on your phone. Use the power of no. Seriously, stop being such a pushover and leverage the sprint and the marathon approach. And if you can keep living by these priorities day in, day out, I guarantee, absolutely guarantee it, you're going to knock the crap out of the productivity you have right now, and you're going to get way more done, and you're going to make way, way more money. So there we go. If you enjoyed this video, why not click the video that's on the screen right now and continue making selling simple.